I want to believe God cares about me. I really do, she told me, wiping tears from under her darkened, bloodshot eyes. Under the harsh, fluorescent lights of the hospital corridor, Marcy barely resembled the vibrant girl I remembered. That kid I'd watched grow up in our youth group at church. When she was a teenager, Marcy was outgoing, fun-loving, and full of life, even as she was growing more and more serious about her faith, coming early to youth group and staying late. No one loved to worship and talk about God more than Marcy. Then, in her early 20s, Marcy met Mark, a great Christian guy with a charismatic personality. They fell in love practically overnight, marrying almost a year to the day after they met. Mark's dynamic personality served him well, helping him land a great sales job. Before long, he was making more money than most other professionals his age. They bought their dream home, and as Mark and Marcy served God together at our church, they just knew life couldn't get any better. But then it did. After just 2 months of trying, they learned they were pregnant with their first child. When beautiful little Chloe was born, my wife Amy and I joined Mark and Marcy at the hospital to thank God for his blessings. Celebrating with them was amazing, all of us thanking God for this wonderful family that he was growing in his presence. Back then, none of us could see even a hint of cracks around the foundation of their lives. But as the years ticked by, Mark's job had him working longer and longer hours and required ever more frequent travel. Even so, when he came home one day and informed Marcy that he was leaving her for one of her closest friends, she never saw it coming. Devastated, Marcy found herself battling on 2 fronts, coping on the one hand with Mark's betrayal and struggling on the other as a single mom trying to build a new life for herself and Chloe. She took small comfort in thinking that at least things couldn't get any worse. Until they did. Chloe, by then in 5th grade, started rapidly losing weight and feeling tired all the time. When the headaches and dizzy spells began, a series of tests revealed the unthinkable: cancer. In just a few short months, Chloe shriveled from being a healthy, popular girl at school into a pale, bedridden patient on a ventilator. Cancer mercilessly ravaged her already weakened body. Chemo didn't even make a dent. Her doctors decided to shift their focus onto doing all they could to make her last days as comfortable as possible. As I stood there in that bleak hospital hallway, the tireless Marcy I had once known was long gone, swallowed up by this weary, defeated woman. She was beyond exhaustion, past depression, dangerously discouraged. She grasped desperately for anything even remotely resembling that bottomless faith that used to come to her so easily. But her unshakable trust in God was nothing more than a sad memory now. She drew a deep breath, fighting back the sobs. As her forlorn gaze pierced me, it took all the resolve I could muster to remain strong for her. She sighed. I really want to believe that God is with me right now. I want to know that he's good, that he cares. I want that so badly, but... Her voice trailed off. This time, there was no stopping the tears. But Craig, when I see my baby girl wasting away in there, in so much pain, how can I surrender to a God who allows this? And on top of everything else that we've already been through, I want to trust, but I just don't know how. That one little phrase, I want to trust, put down roots in my own heart. Everywhere I look, I see people who understand exactly how Marcy felt in that cold, sterile hospital. So many people want to believe in God's presence and goodness, but they just have too many unanswered questions. Something in them longs to trust in God, to know him, to feel his presence, to sink into his peace, to believe he's there for them, helping them carry their burdens. They want to pray and know that he hears them. They want comfort. They want to know that he's with them, that he'll protect them. Deep down, they hope God is more than just some kind of made-up cosmic figure that gullible people naively trust. They want him